Hey everyone. Dears, good evening, dear. How is work today? And how is your day going? You are welcome to my live stream. You are welcome. Yes, waiting for a few minutes now so that other people can able to join. That is interesting. My day is fine. I have an amazing day. It was splendid. Yeah. So you are welcome. Hey everyone. Welcome to today's night stream. My name is Princess from Nigeria, currently a student at Faculty of Pharmacy. So, in today's night stream is going to be like a general discussion. Do I need to turn this on? As I said before now, that we will possibly be discussing about so many countries in Europe. So it's not just only Serbia. Which one is better? Do you people think I should turn the ring light on? Or I don't know. Okay, I think it's good like this. So before now, I said that we are going to be discussing about other countries in Europe in general and not just one particular country, so that you will have a multiple. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mom. Then I will leave it this way so that we have a multiple choice option. So in today's night stream, I'm going to discuss about one particular country in Europe so that everyone can know what is best for him or for her. You can compare it to Serbia as well and to whatsoever country you have in your list. That is why I'm making the video. It's just like an eyes opener and also to enable you navigate other options, because Europe, as I said, is an Europe. At least having many choice will be the best for us. Buba, You are welcome to my nice stream. Welcome. So, but before I proceed to this great, nice stream or information, before I go ahead, I will encourage anyone, in case if there is anyone that is still new to this channel, or this is your first time of coming across my channel, kindly subscribe. The subscription is free. There is no charges attached to it. So kindly subscribe so that you will be getting every other update on the daily basis that will help you and your traveling goals. So let's proceed. Ezekiel Osa, good evening dear. You are welcome to my nice stream. You are highly welcome. First of all, millions of my viewers or my subscribers or other people internally has been asking me how many intake do they have in Serbia. I have been answering this question. I have answered this question individually, and I want to make it open for everyone so that you stop guessing or you stop asking. Serbia University have only one session, so which is scheduled to their universities always scheduled to resume by September or October. So after admission, if you are successful, you are made to resume by September or October. They don't have like January, February, April intake. No, it's just one academic year that they have in Serbia. And that is why I advise anyone that have made up their mind or still negotiating that they want to study in Serbia to always prepare on time so that you don't miss that academic session, so that you will start application earlier than you expected. So they don't do it. It's not like UK, Lithuania, or Malta, or some other European countries that maybe you have April, May intake and all that. No. And that is why I'm making this video. It's one of the reasons that made me to make this video, to tell you in case you are one of those that want to, maybe you want to study, go to a country that have February intake, April intake, or May intake, or whatsoever session you might choose for yourself. So you should consider this country I'm going to mention now. And the country is Malta. I'm going to explain everything about this country, the benefits and all that, what you stand to gain. I will tell you the pros and cons so that when you are focusing on it, you should know what you're about to engage in. So today's video is not about Serbia, as I said, because Serbia is not just the only country in Europe. There are millions of countries which I would like all of us to navigate together and to have a clue about it, so that you actually know and decide what you really want for yourself. So next, today's video, as I said, we'll be discussing about Malta. We tell you the benefits and the other things you should know. Kevin Marvel. Of course, every country, is not only Malta that have age limit. Every country have age limit, but it depends on your university and how you tailored your letter of purpose or letter of intent can help you to bring that space or the limit. So it depends on who is handling your admission. It's never been impossible, yes. Like 2 days ago, I started a Malta admission for somebody against April intake, and by special grace of God, I know that it's going to be successful. Yes, it's actually going to be successful. So that is just it. So let's just proceed. The benefit of studying in Malta. Millions of us, many of us always scared of language when you heard about all these European countries that have other language other than English. We get scared. How are we going to integrate? How are we going to speak, to mingle with their locals, to make things easy for us, for easy adaptation? Yes, I know that it can be crazy. It's not just easy to go to a country that you don't understand their languages. It's very very difficult because you will have limitation more especially in communication, because most times you meet people that you want to actually engage in communication with, but because of language barrier you will not be able to do that. And that is why maybe considering Malta should be one of your advantages or benefit to this, because Malta is the only European country apart from UK, is the only European country. Yes, they speak Maltese as their local language, but nobody even recognize that language. But at least as in millions of number of people, in fact they consider them as an English speak country, because every of their citizens can able to express themselves in English. So you don't have a limitation in communication, so you can easily integrate and communicate with anyone around you. Yes, so that is Malta. And this country is just a small, because it's an island. It's actually an island, and it's just a small because water is surrounded every area. It's just a small, if not the smallest country in Europe. It's just a small country in Europe, but they have a very beautiful space. So, and they be an English speaking country in Europe. Aside that, another advantage that many of us never knew that Malta have is, once you get admission to study in any of the accredited universities. So far the university is accredited, either be it private or public. After your study, you will get 70% of whatsoever tuition you spent. Yes, they call it tax rebates under government scheme. So you will get it back. Any money you spend, be rest assured that just once you graduate, that you are getting back 70% of that tuition back. So it's just like the money you invested for a certain period of time, and after some times you cash back your money. That is another big advantages in Malta, because it's hardly for you to see a country that will give you back the tuition you have spent during your study. No, I don't think. It's very very hard to see such country. And aside that, they have a tuition fee employ instrumental plan, very good instrumental plan. Yes, for some of their university, because of high visa chance, they will require you to pay maybe first semester, and when you get to the Malta you'll be paying the rest. But some of them can allow you to pay at least 4 installments and all that. And the Malta give post-study visa. What do I mean by that? Yes, Serbia don't give post-study visa, but nobody leave Serbia after study, because before you finish your study, of course, you should play your game very well and get employer that will employ you to give you a work contract, because once you have your work contract, you can able to change from study to work visa. This is Serbia, but in Malta actually they give post-study visa. So after your studies, they give you a quite large number of time for you to stay in the country legally, at that moment, even though you never secure job, for you to find job. Then after some certain period, if you are unable to get a job before you can, of course, I don't think nobody travel to Europe and leave the country just like that. I never see it. It's not common, but we are just assuming in case if that is your fate. So that is another good advantages that Malta have. And aside that, Malta is one of the Schengen country. So you know what that means. If you have a Maltese visa, you can able to travel other 33 countries freely without requesting for visa. Yes, that is most advantages that these people under Schengen, that are in Schengen country, have over us. Because yes, if I want to travel to anywhere now, I don't have such opportunity except if I apply for my visa and I able to secure the visa. But imagine if I'm studying within the Schengen zone, I don't need to go through all those application. So I will just carry my distance and buy my ticket or enter train, for and start my travel. Nothing else. Maybe I have friends in another country like Germany, Austria, Finland, Sweden, or Belgium or whatsoever country. I have people who I just want to go to tour or vacation in such country. I don't even need to pass through any other stress that I'm looking for visa. I will just carry my, because one of the visa is covered everywhere, all those other countries. So that is another big, in fact, this is the biggest advantages that Schengen country have over other European country that is not under Schengen zone. And that is why if you ask any of us, many of us, they will still choose the Schengen over a country like Serbia, Montenegro, or any other country. Yes, but because of sometimes the visa procedure and all that, a lot of us are scared, but it's not something that is impossible if you actually do the right thing. Not only the right thing, there are many things you consider when you're applying for Schengen visa, and more especially these days, from experience, you can able to tailor your application very well in such a way that it can be useful or positive. And another thing you consider, if you are planning to study in Schengen zone, if you are such a person that maybe you have been working all this while, it's not just that, more especially if you are going to 30 years old or above. So, and you have work in your country, I think you have a very high chance of getting your visa. Or probably maybe you have a family, as in you are a married person. Of course, this is a very huge advantage, because they consider that as a strong home tie. Because how can you, all this Oyibo, they think they are wise, but in the same way around, we African always play our smartness. So because they consider it, how can you leave your family behind and be traveling? You didn't travel with your husband or your wife and your kid, that definitely, no, after the study, she will definitely go back to his or her country. But who does that? After your study, just secure a job and they invite your family over, how those things work. So if you are somebody that have a job in Africa or in whichever country that you are, or you have a family, that is a strong bonus to you, because you will always use that as a very strong home tie to your visa application. Yes, with good letter of intent, you are good to go. So this video is in case, because I don't know, it's not just everyone that will end up studying in Serbia. There are some people that will like to navigate other countries outside Serbia, and that is the essence of this video. In case you are such one of such people, or where you fall under this category, don't just always be afraid that I don't know what will happen. Besides, I will advise you, if you have resources and you want to try your luck with Schengen visa, this is a great opportunity, because imagine maybe apply for April intake in for Malta. By then you have finished your visa application and know the outcome. God forbid, I'm just saying, if the visa application is not successful, of course you can, because you can still use that period of that April to start your Serbia application. But if it's successful, then you forget about Serbia. That is just it. But even though it's not successful, you start Serbia. So if you have money, instead of keep wasting your time and hoping, because a lot of things are changing on daily basis and all that, I will advise you to stay. Yes, I said that Serbia is nice, but that does not mean that everybody will end up in Serbia. I will advise you to still try other countries that have other intakes, Maybe, yes, if you are doubting your possibility, of getting visa to such countries, what you will just do is choose an intake that is not September. Why is it good to choose an intake that is not September? So that you might have concluded everything about that country before even September. There are many countries always open for academic session. So assuming you choose, like I said, April or February intake, try it. It might be positive. If it's positive, just thank your God, which I know it will, with right documentation. Because initially, yes, there was actually 2 years ago, Malta casted because large number of applicants. The first set of people that applied, irrespective of how their background is just like a clearance. They gave one of them more than 100, and I know from Nigeria got their distance. But the second one, because they realized that a lot of people, why this huge application? So at that moment they changed their distance and they started messing up. But recently, because student drop with the application, but that is how all this country do. But a lot of people don't know. They reactivated back and start giving visa at this moment. So you might be one of those people that are unlucky. So that is why I advise you. You can navigate and try it if you have money, and keep waiting. And I pray it will end up being successful. But in case it does not, nothing, every experience give you, every trial give you a new experience and make you more stronger, more especially when it comes to all this travel, the stuff. It's not something that maybe you try once, if it did not give you what you want and you just give up. No, not of us try even more than 4 times and 1 times and all that. So everybody have different story to tell and the different snork in this knife. So you might just one time you got your Senge visa and you'll be happy about that. So, and aside that, at least Malta have a very good minimum wage. Yes, they have a very good minimum wage, and there are a lot of job opportunities for students. And if you're into healthcare system or hospitality management, Malta is or Haiti. Malta is one of those countries that pays almost like UK or US, all this career I mentioned. They pay extremely well. In fact, there is some programs set for health people that you can just apply and go to do bridge course, just very short course like 6 months, a month, and start working, because they even need those people. So if you are into such, be rest assured that your job is highly secured, and not only that, they will be paying you extremely well. If you are into hospitality, because a lot of people are going for tourism, as I say, it's an island. So you know what that means. A lot of people are going for tourism into such country. So because of that, it gives a high chance for job into such industries. So it's actually very, very good. And most of their master's program is 1 year. That is another thing. It's not something that you will be doing 2 years. No, it's 1 year. If you see the one that is just 1 year and 6 months, maybe probably because of internship that makes it such way. If not, it's just 1 year, you have gotten your certificate. Compare Malta to other European countries. It might be a little bit expensive than other countries, many other countries in Europe. Because of what? They consider themselves on top advantage of being an European country that speaks English. Of course, many number of students always like a country where they can communicate with everyone freely without a limitation or without language barrier. So you see many people with choose such country over others. So Malta, and then not only that, they have top quality educational system. Their universities are very top quality. It's not something that you will carry anyhow. No, if you graduate in Malta, you can stand out to work anywhere because they have top educational system. So because of that, the only disadvantage I see Malta have, as I mentioned earlier, is just it's little bit more expensive, but not that is extremely expensive like UK or even Netherlands or some other country. No, there are still many other countries in Europe that are more expensive than Malta, millions of them. Netherlands is one of them. Though more than Netherlands, they can grant you visa if you have money and you can afford it. Yes, your visa is certainly for those of us that always say I want Senge. If you have money, because I recently discovered that Netherlands, in fact, your visa is 100% granted once you can able to afford your tuition fee and do every other thing right. Yes, your visa accurately, your visa is 100% certain. So if there is anyone and you feel like money is not just under what you are considering, you have money but you are thinking of the country that can grant you visa and all that, why not? You can go ahead. Yeah, I see someone that is mentioning Finland. I will make a video about Finland because Finland is another country that comes with millions of opportunity. But today is not a video about Finland. The day I will discuss about Finland, I will open you people's eyes about it. So that's it for today's video. It's just about Malta. So, for anyone that might be interested to study in this country, a lot of their listing has started for application against next year academic session. You might choose to study by March, April, May, June, and all that. And in March, immediately you arrive, do they are now dependent? No, the answer is no. Most of all these countries, apart from few countries like Finland, Portugal, and all that, don't are now dependent in Europe as a student. But that does not mean that your family cannot join you. No, it doesn't mean that. Because once you get to the country and able to settle and get your residence, of course, there is every possibility that if you want to bring your family, that of course you can. You can bring your family very well. So this is why you should not just focus and put your egg in one basket. No, I will advise you to try many options than just one country. Anyone that works out, because something you might be planning, limiting yourself that you want to go to a smaller country, you don't even know that your destiny is in bigger country. So if you can try, about 2 or 3 countries. Among those 3 countries, anyone that works out, maybe the one that will work out might be the best option for you, and you grab it, and that will end the testimony. So that is just it. But if anyone concluded or have made up his or her mind that it must be Serbia or nothing, of course, I will advise such fellow to start preparing his or her document against the next. Although there are some still universities that are still open for this academic session, because what will happen to those ones that will get admission late is just that after the admission and because once admission closed now, they will not open again till some certain period next year. So but if you secure admission and securing it for 2025 against 2026 academic session, once you have gotten admission and start your visa process, after your visa distance, of course you can come in maybe February, March, or anytime you choose in. So far your 6-month visa is still active, that never expire. So you can choose, but once admission close, there is no other room until. That is why I say admission is the first thing in this country. Once you have admission, other things is what you can do in other times or later. No, but once the admission is closed, they can't open the admission because of you, no matter what. So it will be against next year again when they resume back for the admission, for the application period before you start. So, but if you are such a person, because I have seen a lot of people that will tell you, I can't wait till September next year, I can't wait till October next year. Then, if you fall into this category, I will advise you to try other countries that have session of the academic session. You want to engage your study, or you want to start your study from, so you should consider this option like Malta, even Lithuania have February intake and all that. And of course, it's a very good chance. But for those of us that comes from maybe applying from Nigeria, you have to travel to another country like Ghana, because they just hit, it's even next month that they will activate, they will start it, VFS, VFS in Ghana. So that is about this country, Lithuania. If not, they have a very affordable tuition fee, extremely affordable, and it's one of the Senge that are very kind with their visa. So you should try those ones that have other intake. That is not just 1 year academic intake, because I could understand that waiting from now till you'll be counting, you'll be like, this thing is still verified, if there is something I can do, or they have other academic intake, I would have engaged in that one than just waiting. And that is why you should consider other country. Don't just keep waiting because of one particular country. No, other country might be your best choice, and they may, as God may have it, you'll be successful in it. And of course, it will be a very good huge bonus to you and for all of us. So, and if you feel like you want to start admission and you don't know how to go about it, as I always tell you people, one thing I don't do is assure what I am not good at, that I'm going to do it, because I'm such a person that my integrity is better than anything you can offer me in this life. So when I'm not sure about something, I don't engage myself in it. So, but if you are here or you come across this video, you feel like you want to start admission in Europe, of course, you can drop your comment under our comment section. I will read through it. If it's happened that the country you want is something I can handle, and you need somebody to be your support to handle it, of course, or I know someone that I am 100% sure that he or she can handle such an application, I will link you up from there, because I will do underground checking with such person before I engage myself to search, because when the email starts, I will be the one that will carry everything. That is why I always have to be careful while referring any of my clients or people to other people. So that is just on about this country today. And for people that are coming to my WhatsApp or to email, I have said it time with that number, that my WhatsApp and email is for my personal business. So if you are coming there for discussion, please don't be annoyed if I ignore your this thing. If you are coming there, it's for people that book for consultation, not for general use. I don't even have such time. Nobody has such time in Europe of using his or her time just freely giving information here and there, entertaining people. No. If you want something serious for yourself, you feel like you want to take your traveling goal so serious, because I realize that a lot of people are not even taking their traveling so serious, or this thing. They just want, and the one thing you people never know, even before I come to Europe, I never expect anybody of helping me free, because there is one thing I realize: anything someone give you for free, you don't even have value for it. I don't know whether it's happened to others, but for me, someone like me, I invest much of my effort and time and my desire whatsoever from something I spend money getting, no matter how much I spend on that thing. Yes, I value it most. Okay, imagine, okay, just like as I come to this country now, maybe I'm studying for free, not that I strong go as in I work to get a scholarship, something like that. But when you remember the sacrifice you make, it will make you more serious, and you never take yourself for granted. It will make you to stand out and invest more effort, put more effort for whatsoever thing that they are doing. So for anyone under such nature, please don't be angry, or don't say thing that is rude. but that is just me, and I can't change my standard for anyone. No, I don't do that, and I don't compromise. So if you are coming to my email, you are coming to my WhatsApp, be rest assured, maybe you are coming for you want to book consultation, which you never regret, because through that, that is when we open your eyes, we navigate everything about your background, your education and your skill, and know what is actually best for you. Is it study and the course based on your situation that we can advise you to engage on, and give you many options that you can choose what you think is best for you. That is the purpose of consultation. Yes, but these days everyone think that they can, but you never know that putting the right channel into your before you will make things easier for you, because once you know what is good for you, just focus on those things. And most time we can even give you another option than what you expected. Maybe see, in case you want to try job, see this option, or this company are always recruiting African people, in case your main focus is not just for study. So for those that have booked that session, they always testify for it. So, but if you're such a person that is very selfish and stingy to yourself, stop coming to my WhatsApp or my email to send me a message, because I will ignore you if I did block you. That is not for entertainment, it's for business. And for now that the fee is still just 20K, for those of us that are paying from Nigeria, it's just a token. But it's just a token, yes, because I'm very considerate. But at a time, I will standardize it, and I realize that at that moment, a lot of people can afford it, and they will see large number of people they can, because that time they will think, now that it's expensive, it has more value. That now it just, how can they use a 20K just to get, but they never know. It's just because of the kind of person I am. That is why I'm doing it, because the information and everything that comes from it was more than even 1 million. But I'm just doing it to help, to at least if you succeed tomorrow, you can count me in one of your success story. You can mention my name, and it will give me a whole lot of joy. That is just why I'm doing it, and nothing else. So that is just it. And if you still want to book about Serbia, or you still want to know anything about Serbia or any other country in Europe, the session is still very open. We will always guide you and tell you what you should prepare yourself for. It to help you in life in general, because it will enable you to plan very well ahead of the time that you are doing things, and it will never allow time to cut you off. So rather than you be the one that will work against time, instead allow time to work against you. And that is just all about that. And I can see Kevin Marvel. Any advice for me over 30 going for bachelor? Yeah, Kevin Marvel, I can't advise you here. If you want an advice, I will advise you to book for consultation. Why do I say so? Because it's not all about going to 30 is the issue, but other things that surround your this situation. What have you been doing in your life? There are many other things I would like to discuss with you personally before I can able to offer you my honest advice. So it's not all about being over 30 is the issue here. It's the other things that surround your situation. So I will advise you, if you want to hear an honest advice that might help you in this your travel goal or your expectation, I will advise you to just take it personal, so that we will discuss about it one-on-one. But for now, I can't, because I don't know other things that surrounded your situation or your background or anything about you. Rather, you just say you're going over 40. There are many people that are more than 40, but it depends, as I said, everyone's background and different this thing matters enough. So each individual you meet, what surrounded that person, how to turn her situation. Yes, you might see somebody that is even 35 or 37 that apply for study visa. The person will secure his or her visa, and somebody that is 20 will be denied. So there are many things that surrounded all this situation. It's not just this and that. It doesn't work that way. So if you want to discuss your situation, you take it personal, we discuss about it. That is just on about that. So that is just why I made this video, and going to end this nice stream for today. And as I said, in case you are a new to my channel, you just come across this channel for the first time, I will advise you to subscribe, so that every other new update you'll be getting it. And by special grace of God, within this week, there is video. It's not going to be a nice stream, but I'm going to upload it. It's going to be like a awareness video, eye opener to many of you that is thinking or still struggling how to make a best option choice in Europe. So I have made the video, but I will take time. Just within this week, I will upload that video. So that is just on about that. So if you are new, you are just watching this video for the first time, or you come across this video, or this is your first time to engage yourself in my nice stream, kindly subscribe so that you'll be getting every other update without missing anything. And if you want to book a consultation, you want us to discuss about your situation one-on-one, after this video, in any other video, sometimes I take time to read through comment section. You can drop your comment so that if you are looking for means to contact me, I will give you my email address or my contact address for you to reach out, so that we will start from there. Thank you, and have a blissful night. Sweet dream to every one of you. Remain blessed. Bye for now.